Hello everyone. In this video, I'm not gonna go into the details of what BDD and SpecFlow are. So I would expect you to have some prior knowledge of these tools, including C# programming, before we move on with this example today. So in this part, the entire focus would be on to what setup in Visual Studio is required before we write our first example in SpecFlow and C#. So right, getting a setup for SpecFlow and C# with NUnit is quite simple and straightforward. Uh, there are few things that we need to download first and install in advance that I will show you in Visual Studio. I will be using Visual Studio 2019 Enterprise Edition, but you can use the one you want. You can also install Visual Studio Community Edition if you can't afford the license for the enterprise one. Uh, Visual Studio Community Edition is free and gives you all that you need as a beginner. So feel free and download and just go with it. Visual Studio Professional and Enterprise Editions, on the other hand, provide some additional features, but they do come at a cost. Okay, so now it's time to go to Visual Studio. We're going to create a new project by clicking this button, create a new project button. Uh, on this screen, uh, we have to select the project template, and that has to be unit test project template. Just a couple of important things to highlight while we are at this screen. You can pick up this template either from the most recent project template section on the left, or by scrolling down the list of templates on the right hand side, or you can also type the name of the template in the search box. If this template is missing and you are unable to find it in the list, please recheck your Visual Studio installation, as you may have missed to install these templates during the installation. So I would recommend taking a look at that. You may also notice a different screen layout for uh, for a different Visual Studio version if you're using when creating a new project. So don't be surprised if that happens. So let's pick the project template we are interested in, select that and press the next button. Okay, on this screen, we have to give the project name. Let me pick one. And this is where we need to find the location to save the project and leave the rest as it is, and then press the create button. Give it a few seconds while it generates a new project for you. Okay, there we go. We can see the new project has been created. We can also see there is a class file that has come along this project, unit test1.cs. We can delete this file as we don't need it for now. Let me delete this. Right, but we will be creating our own classes and features going forward. Also, as I said earlier, that the entire focus of this video is to set up and install dependencies that we need to create various examples for this series. This may also include installing any extension that we may need to implement our examples. So let's move on and see what are the dependencies required to create these examples. Before downloading the dependencies, there's something else I would like you to know, and that is to make sure that you have already installed a Chrome browser in your machine. And in order to install the dependencies, we have to right click on the project and then go to manage a NuGet packages. Make sure we are on the browse tab, and then the first dependency I'm looking to download is Selenium WebDriver. Let me type that. There we go. Select that and then install, and then press the OK button. And this will let you download and install Selenium WebDriver libraries. It's not wrong to say that Selenium WebDriver is a crown jewel and the most important one, since it provide the libraries to create all the automated tests that we run on various browsers. So let's pick the second one, which is Selenium support uh, package. Okay, select that and install and press the OK button. Okay, this will let you download and install Selenium support libraries. So these are some additional libraries in order to support Selenium WebDriver functionality. So just like that, we have a few more to go. Let's go back and type what we need is now a Chrome WebDriver. Okay, that's the one we need. Okay, press the OK button. Yeah, right. So this is to get the Chrome WebDriver, since we are looking to run our test in Chrome browser for the examples to come. Right. Let's pick few more. Uh, we also need oh yeah, SpecFlow. That's the another important one. Let me type that. SpecFlow dot and unit. Okay, that's the one. Click install. Right. So this one, SpecFlow with NUnit, will give us the SpecFlow testing framework that supports behavior-driven development. And then we're going to use NUnit as a test runner. As you can see in the window, this will also download some added dependencies that SpecFlow needs to run itself. So press OK. You can see all these dependencies are automatically going into the reference folder as well. Okay, that's done. Let's go back to NuGet package again and type specflow dot tools dot msbuild dot generation. Okay, why we need this one? Okay, seems like this one is already installed. So, no, it's not. Yeah, I just picked the wrong one, I guess. Okay, let me install this one. Okay, why we need this? So this package is required to support the code behind files generation. So these are the automated C# classes generated in order to recognize the SpecFlow feature files. Please Google if you want to read a bit more about this. Next, we will be okay. After this, we need to download another one, which is called SpecFlow assist.dynamic. Let me pick that one up. Manage NuGet package and specflow dot assist dot dynamic. Right. Okay, so this is to add support for SpecFlow test data tables, which we will see in the upcoming lessons. And finally, last but not least, and Unit 3 test adapter. Right, okay, select that and install this one as well. Press the OK button. And there you go. So this extension works alongside NUnit to allow integrated execution of test under Visual Studio, and without this we won't be able to see the test in Test Explorer. Please make sure you're using this with the correct version of NUnit, otherwise test execution will not happen. So after installing all the dependencies, we also need to download SpecFlow extension to make SpecFlow work with Visual Studio. Otherwise, feature files will not be recognized by inside the Visual Studio. In order to do that, we have to go to Extension and then select Manage Extensions, and then make sure we have selected Online, and then type SpecFlow in the search bar. Okay, that's the one. In my case, it's already been installed, so I'm not downloading it. So just closing the window. So finally, we need to build the solution and make sure there are no errors after having downloaded all the dependencies and extensions. So let's do that. Clean solution, and then let's build it. Oh, that's great. So the build has been succeeded, and we are good to go. So that's it, everyone. Until now, we have downloaded and installed all the dependencies and extensions required to implement our Selenium test examples. In the next video, I'll show you how to trigger the web browser and open the website under test. So thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe and stay tuned for my upcoming videos.